Hello everyone. Please confirm I'm audible or not so that we can start the session. Everyone, please confirm audible or not so that we can start the session. Hey, hi Harika, Junaid, Abhishek. Good evening, everyone. Okay, so how many of you have completed your assignments, previous class assignments? Audible, that's great. Fine. All perfect. That's it. Okay, so how many of you have completed your previous class assignments, guys? This is our third class that we have, and today we are going to work on the data visualization, data analysis. Mainly, not a visualization, I can say. Mainly, I can focus on the feature engineering part because feature engineering very important whenever we are doing any data science projects or any machine learning projects. Whenever we are working on the textual data. Abhishek, today first class, so no issue, Abhishek. I already uploaded a recording, so just go through the playlist, data science in playlist, and try to complete it. Second class, try to watch. The first class, I have not covered much things, so just at least complete the second class. Or if you have a basics understanding about the pandas and numpy, then it's totally fine. You can attend this whole class. Okay. Join first time till today completed. Yes, Harish, I saw your assignments. Okay, and it's good. You have completed the assignment, so it's good. Okay, fine, guys. So let me share my screen and then we can start slowly. So I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Please confirm. Is my screen visible, everyone? Yes, no? Okay, so shall we continue? And yes, guys, parallelly, I'm planning something else. Like I'm planning to start interview preparation recordings where I can like do the recording first and then I can upload on the channel. Or it's totally up to you. Like if you want like live class explanation of interview questions, like I can start with the machine learning mainly. Okay, machine learning engineer or junior data scientist. So if you want, then parallelly I can start the interview preparation as well. Like in a alternate days, I can cover the like machine learning projects, and every Saturday and Sunday we'll start the interview questions discussion. So that parallelly you can complete the project and parallelly you can prepare for the interview as well. Okay, so what you want, guys? Shall we start the on every Saturday and Sunday interview question discussion? Questions answer discussion, or first shall we continue the projects and later we can start the interview questions? Yes, guys, kindly write in the chat because based on your suggestion I will start on Saturday Sunday interview question discussion. We'll take like different company questions whatever they are asking during the interview. Okay, and the same questions we can discuss here. No, Abhishek, I'm not aware about the blockchain. Mainly, I have an interest in machine learning, NLP. Okay, I have a real-time experience in the machine learning projects and NLP. Mainly data science field, not in the blockchain. Data science in the sense like ML ops, cloud. Okay, fine. So let's start. the today agenda, guys. Questions discussion is good idea, sir. Interview Saturday and Sunday, no problem. Yes, I am planning to start interview question discussion on Saturday, Sunday only, so that you can learn first those skills, and same skills you can prepare for the interview as well. Because whenever you can go wants to join the interview, go through the recording, else go through the PDF, whatever the PDF I will provide after the class in the description section. Just go through it. Okay, no need to wait for the whole class and all. Just go through it, all the documentation, try to remember each and everything, and then you can attend the interview. Okay, even I will discuss how you can approach an interviewer during the interview. Okay, fine, guys. So we'll plan accordingly, and then we can start from the next week. Okay, so now let's start the today session mainly. So today is a day 3 of our machine learning project discussion. So today mainly I will focus on the feature engineering part, data analysis, and data pre-processing part. This is the 3 main agenda that I have. I will retain the data visualization as well. So I will not much focus on the data visualization part. Okay, mainly we'll focus on the feature engineering part, data analysis part, and data pre-processing part. Later, encoding technique on all we can discuss. So as we already know, in our data set, as you can see, we have a lots of null value. Let me connect this cell first so that I can rerun again, and then I will show you. It's connecting. Meanwhile, if you have any question, guys, you can put it down in the chat. Now it's connecting. Okay, now it's done. These things we have already covered in our previous session. Okay, so you can go through the notebook, whatever the notebook that I already provided in the chat. So you can go through it first. And after that, if you find any difficulty, any question, then you can just raise your request or you can write it down in the chat. How much package will company offer who have 3 years of experience on the data analytics, Excel, VBA, Tableau, Power BI, SQL, and want to start a career in data science? See, let's say if you have a 3 years of experience in non-tech domain, not in the data science. Okay, so what you can do, first of all, try to complete some of the data science projects or data analytics projects, whatever field you want to go. Let's say if you want to go with the data analytics, then try to complete Power BI, Tableau in project. Okay, same project, just put it down in your resume. Okay, else try to complete some of the internship project from somewhere like from Aniron internship portal, and same project you can just mention out in your resume as an experience. Okay, as an experience you can just mention out in your resume. And for the salary wise, it depends on whatever the skills that you have, in which company you are going to apply, and whatever the previous skills and previous salary that you have. Let's take one example. Let's say you have a like current salary is 6 ATC. 6 ATC, 3 years of experience, non-tech domain. Now you want a transition in a data analytics or data science. Let's say you have applied for a service-based company like a TCS Infosys. So here, after like you have added an internship project as an experience, 1 year of experience. Okay, so 1 year of experience, it will be counted, and depends on your previous salary, you will get some of the like 30 to 40% hike you will get. But let's say if you have applied for some of the startup or some of the product based company, so in a startup, it totally depends on your current skills. Whatever the skills that you have in a current stage, you will get a salary on your current skills, not in your previous skills and previous background. Okay, so it's better if you want to transition in a data science field or data analytics fields, first try to go with the startups, not in a service based. Okay, it will be better. Okay, fine, guys. So now let's continue. Hari's geolocation, last 2 columns, sir. First, prepared a final. Yeah, we have already prepared a final data here. Okay, final data. Okay, and the same data we are going to use here. Okay, so as you can see in the previous data set, we have this null value in our data set. And what is our data size that we have? 1,17,013 rows that we have and 43 columns that we have. But as we can see here, the null value 1,03,166 null value that we have. It means it's a ratio about 80 and 20. It's a more than 80, we can say. So what we can do in this case? In this case, we can drop those columns, whatever the columns that we have. Okay. Now you can see here. First, what I'm going to do, unnamed. I'm just checking here. Let me show you again here. Data dot columns. So as you can see, no, it's already worked. So no issue. Let me show you the previous data. Here you can see we have a lots of unnecessary data like unnamed 0, as I have written here, columns unnamed, review ID, what I have read, why I have written review ID. As you can see, review ID is 0, null value that we have. But whatever the problem statement that we have, based on the problem statement, we can define, okay, this column is important for our model building or not. Okay. So whatever the problem statement that we have here, so based on our problem statement, review ID is not important. Okay. That's why I have written here unnamed review ID, order ID, review comment title, review comment message, customer ID, and unique customer, unique ID. Okay. So unique has lots of missing value. Based on this, I'm copy the same data, whatever the data that we have in a DF. Okay. And after that, I'm just going to drop the same data, whatever the data that I have stored here under the columns data. Okay. After that, I am again going to check our data columns. So after dropping the data, after dropping these unnecessary and lots of missing value columns, we have these columns available in our data set. So let me check it out, the data set. So before dropping, as you can see, we have a total 43 columns. But after dropping unnecessary data, unnecessary column, we got 27 columns only. And whatever the raw that we have, the same raw that we are getting here. Okay. Now I'm going to change our columns name. Here you can see the product description length. I'm going to change with this one, and the product length I'm going to change with this one, product name length. Okay. So let me rename this same. I'm just renaming our data. So for this, what you can do, you can use the rename function. Okay. You can use a rename function. You can define the column name, whatever the columns you want to rename. Okay. And then you can define the both the columns. A, I want to change with B. Okay. So you can use the rename function and then you can rename it. After that, I'm just checking the null value, whatever the null value and the null data that we have in our data set after dropping the unnecessary and after dropping lots of missing data, lots of missing columns from our data set. Okay. So after dropping, I'm getting this null value. As you can see here, review, approved, add columns. We have only 15 null value. Order delivered carrier date. We have only 1,228 null value. Order delivered customer date, we have only 2,457 null value, and so on. As you can see here, product category name, product name length, product description length, product photo quality. Okay, these are the things, these are the missing data that we have in this particular column. Now, let's start with the treating, how to handle the missing value. So even I have a plan for this one as well, guys. If you want like how to handle a missing data, in this part, we have a lots of type, how to handle a missing data. Okay. So if you want a separate class for this one, encoding technique, how to handle a different encoding technique, how to handle a different like missing data whenever we are getting a like a numerical missing data and whenever we are getting the categorical missing data. So if you want one particular lecture for this one, then you can write it down in the chat. Okay, based on your feedback I will come up with on Monday or Saturday or Sunday. Okay, so anyone wants like how to handle a missing data, how to handle a categorical data? If you want, then I will come about on Monday or Saturday, guys. Sunday, not Saturday. Because in this particular video, I will show you whatever the required we have for this particular project. Not all the handling a missing data types. Okay, so if anyone wants, just write it down in the chat. I will try to upload a video, else I will come up with the live on YouTube. Okay, everyone. Okay, fine. No issue, we'll upload. Okay, now let's start with this one. As you can see, we have a 15 missing data in this particular column. Order approved. So what we are going to do, first we are checking the value count, whatever the value that we have. So as you can see here, in this particular date, we are getting this order 63. This 25th September 2017, we are getting 38 order. Okay, so for this we are not getting the like main things, like for which data we can fill up field or down field, forward field or backward field. Okay, so for this I'm going to use only fill function. Okay, under the fill function I'm just defining the 0, whatever the missing date that we have, here you can see. So in this order, it's possible like it's a holiday, or something like some festival and all. Okay, so that's why I'm going to add only 0. Okay, because we have a only 15 missing value in this particular column. Okay, so now I'm just assuming, okay, in this particular, because we have a 15 days. Okay, so we can assume, okay, in a year we are getting 12 to 15 festival every year, right? So that's why I'm just defining the 0. Okay, this day we have a festival. That's why we are not received any order. Okay, I hope you understand, guys. Just clear this one. How to do is not important. What are the main things you are going to cover? This is the very important, guys. Okay, coding is not tough, but how to handle those data, this is the like very difficult way to find out the solutions. Okay, so make sure first you can focus on the solutions and then you can start working on the coding. Okay, so always try to understand with the examples. Whatever you are doing, just try to understand with the examples. Okay, so we can assume, okay, those days, whatever the missing data we are getting, it's possible those days are festival. Okay, that's why I'm using the fill. Okay, these days are festival. That's why we are not received any order from our customer. Yes, we have a total 15 missing data. So we will fill 0. So it's not impact on our data. Okay, that's why I'm just assigning a 0 here. Yes, this 15 days we have a festival. That's why we did not receive any order from our customer. Okay, I hope now it's clear. After that, I'm checking the null value. So as you can see, now we have a 0 null value in this particular columns. Okay, now as you can see, again order delivery, career date that we have here, and order customer date, delivery date and customer date. As you can see, we have a order delivery date is a 1228. Order delivery customer date, we have a 2457. Okay, it's a into 2, 100 to 1222, 28 into 2. It means we are getting this value. Delivered customer, order delivery customer date, and order delivered career date. Okay, so here again I'm using the fill function where I'm assigning the value 0. Okay, after that I'm just checking the null value, whatever the null value we are getting. So these things are, we are getting the 0. No null value are available in our this particular columns. Okay, now next proceed. Here you can see the product category name, product category length, product description length, product photo quantity, and then these are the some value that we have: height, width, length. These are the same missing value that we are getting here. Okay, fine. Now next, as you can see, we are checking the value count, whatever the data, whatever the product that we have. So as you can see, Kama, Mesho, Feno, these are the data that we have. Okay, 1,01,819. Again, this data that we have 9,914. Okay, so this is the product category name that we have. Okay, so what I'm using here, I'm using the other data. So if whatever the missing data that we have and whatever the value count data we are getting here, so we did not have the same data and others option. Let's say we are filling some of the form. Let's say if you are filling some of the form, some of the job placement form, okay, where three things are mentioned: BTech, MTech, and MBA. Only three things. But you have done a degree in BSc, MSc, but right now others options are not available. Then what you can do? Definitely you can skip. Definitely you can skip those functions, whatever the function like BTech, MTech, and MBA are written on those particular form, because you have done the certification in a BA and MSc, BSc, and other certification like something else, whatever the other certification that we have, whatever the other degree that we have. So those things we have done, but the same degree is not available on this particular form. So what you can do? Definitely you can skip those things. So same thing happen here. Those products are not available. Okay. So what we can do? For this, we can use the other function, other data. It means whatever the data, whatever the product category name is not available. Okay. It means those data is a different from those product, whatever the product that we have. Okay. As Rahul, you can see here, we have a categorical data. Okay. So you can use a mode function as well. Okay. No issue in this case. Okay. After that, again, I'm just checking the null value. So whatever the product category data that we have. So see, Rahul, it depends on your approach. Whenever we are working on the mainly machine learning projects, in a machine learning, we are getting the data in the form of text, database format, CSV format, Excel format. Okay. So whenever we are working on the textual data, it means first you can find out the solution. Okay. In which way we are going to do. Based on those solutions, you can work on the exploratory data analysis and feature engineering. This is the very crucial task that we are doing as a data scientist or as a machine learning engineer. Okay. So as a machine learning engineer, it's totally up to you in which path you want to go. At the end, your client needs a solution. Best solution, not a solution, best solution. Okay. Now, the next thing, I will try to come up with the like how to handle a missing value with a different approach, and how to handle a categorical data with a different approach. Okay. Now we have a 3 columns here: product name link, product description link, and product quantity photo link. So again, I'm going to check here value count. So you can see the product name link that we have 59, and whatever the 59 price that we have with product 8,586, and so on. Yes, definitely. Whatever we are using in a machine learning model, different, because we can use a different model whenever we are working on the machine learning projects. Let's say we have a classification problem. We can use a random forest classifier, logistic regression, neural network, hyperparameter tuning we can do. Okay. And then we can come up with a final conclusion. Okay. This is the best model that we have. This model we can use in our like next task after saving in the pickle file. Okay. So you can do the trial and error, and then you can come up with the final solution. Okay. I hope now everyone got it, right? Please write in the chat, guys, yes or no. Please write in the chat yes or no. Okay, fine. So now I'm just checking the value counts. After that, I'm describing the value. Whatever the total count that we have. So we have a 1,15,324 value count. Total data. Mean standard, if you want to check, 48.7. Standard deviation, 10. Minimum value, 5. Now the percentage, whatever the maximum, 25th percentile, 50 percentile, and 75 percentile. Whatever you want to check, you can go to under the describe section. You can just write dot describe sub function, and then you can decide whatever the value that we are getting here, 25 percentile, 50 percentile, 75 percentile, maximum value, minimum value, count, standard deviation, and total count. Okay, you will get here using a describe function. You can define. Now I'm just using the product name length. Why I'm using the product name length? As you can see here, first we have a lots of data. Even some of you told like we can use a forward propagation, backward propagation to fill this data, if fill and backward fill. Right. So see here, as you can see here, first we have a 8,586 maximum data, 59. And based on the standard deviation and 75 percentile, as you can see, the 50 percentile and 75 percentile, they are getting the same value, whatever the value that we have here. It's almost same, right? So based on this, we are using the fill now function here, okay, on our product name length. Okay, whatever the data that we are getting here on our value count, and whatever the percentage we are getting, 50 percentile and 75 percentile. Okay, now again I'm using the describe length. As you can see, now we are getting the this one here, and the count is 1,70,000, 1,70,013 total count that we are getting. First we are getting here the total count. Let me show you this one. Now we are getting this total count. Okay, now next that we have product description. So let me show you here the product description. Whatever the product description that we have, the total null value that we have 1,689 total null value. Now as you can see, mean is best used for data set with the number that are closer together. Whatever the number that we have closer, let me check the value count, whatever the value count that we have. Yeah, I already defined here. Not here. Data dot, I can define here value count. Okay, value count. Now as you can see, we are getting the value, mean value here 786, and the same value I'm going to define here. The mean is the best used for the data set with the numbers that are closer together. Whatever the numbers that we have close, so for this we are using the mean. Okay, so as you can see, I'm defining the same data here using the fill now function. Okay, after that, again for the product photo quantity, same I'm using whatever the main value that we are getting, same data I'm defining here for the using the fill now function. After that, I'm defining the product weight, whatever the product weight that we have. So as you can see here, we have only 20 missing data. It's not impact on our model. Okay, so here after defining this one, minimum 0 that we have, maximum this one that we have, like 40,425. So we cannot define with the maximum. So that's why I'm going with the minimum, whatever the minimum data that we have, and the same minimum data, minimum missing data that we have under these 4 columns. Okay, so I'm using the only 0, not here. Just fill those data with 0. It will be not impact on our data and our model. Okay, let me run this cell again. And after that, let's check again all the null value, whatever the null data that we have. So as you can see, now we have a total 0. How is the product name, length, use, put? Yeah, later we can define, Richa, no issue. I already dropped some of the unnecessary data based on my observation. Okay, because as a data scientist or as a machine learning engineer, whenever you have a lots of data, millions, trillions of data, sometimes you can decide based on your observation and based on your experience. Okay, these columns is important or not. As you can see, I have dropped some of the data here. So this data is not important from our model, whatever the solutions we are going to do. So these columns are not important based on my observation. So that's why I already dropped. Going forward, if this column is not important, going forward, we can drop it. Okay, right now let's keep it. Later we can define. Okay, so we have finished the layer. Now we are getting the 0 null value in our all the columns. Even we have a lots of like unnecessary data, unnecessary column, but later we can define shall be drop or we can proceed with these columns, whatever the column that we have. Now let's check the information of our data set. So as you can see, review, because sometimes people, let me show you here. Whenever the people's writing a review, sometimes people's writing 4 out of 5. Sometimes people's writing 4, and both have different, right? The first one value that we have is a integer value, and second value that we have a string value. Okay, that's why where we can check under the info section, information section. Review score. Okay, this is the integer that we have. Let's keep it same. If we will get the string, then what we can do? We can change it. Depends on the person to person. Some person writing review as an integer value, and some person writing 4 as a string, FOUR. Not every person 1 out of 10. Or you can say the like 2 or 3 out of 100. Okay, because I saw these types of value on like Google Play Store. Whenever I'm downloading some of the app, I saw sometimes people are writing the review score as a string, not as an integer. Okay, so for this you can check it out another information section. Okay, your data is the type of integer or it's a type of string object. Okay, so you can check it out under the information section, whatever the data that we have. Even as you can see there, fried value, yeah, definitely some of the price, some of the product price, it's in the float format. Okay, like 40.2 rupees, 60.5 rupees. Okay, so this way some of the product prices are available on some of the market. Okay, so here you can see some of the float value that we are getting, string value and integer value. Now let's check the unique of the seller city. Why this part is important? This part is important so that we can find out, okay, in which city as a business owner, I want to know, okay, in which city our and how many cities our sellers are available. Okay, so we can use a unique function and then we can check it out. Okay, in this particular city, we have a seller 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 seller that we have in this particular city, whatever the city name that we have here. Okay, so as you can see, we have a lots of city name. Even as you can see here, somewhere we are getting the website name as well. Okay, sometimes whenever the like people's writing, they sometimes fill the like wrong information. Even we are doing like, if the people are asking for the survey, sometimes we are mentioning our name, but not a correct email ID, not a correct phone number. Okay, we are using a like wrong phone number and wrong email ID. Okay, so same way here in a data set, as you can see, so we have some unnecessary data, as you can say, the unnecessary columns we have in this particular seller city data. We have a one unnecessary row. Okay, so going forward, we can handle it this one as well. Okay, because as a data scientist, as a machine learning engineer, this is your task. You can handle each and everything so that you will provide a better solution to your client. Okay, now let me check the columns, whatever the columns that we have. So as you can see, we have these columns: review score, review creation date, review answer timestamp. Okay, let's say today I'm writing some of the review. So after some time, after some days, owner, like product owner, they're writing the answers, whatever the review we are writing. So based on those review, they are writing the answers and then they are replying. Okay, so each and everything you will get the answer timestamp, order status, when, in which date, in which timing you have ordered your order or your product, order purchase timestamp, order delivery customer date, order estimated delivery date. So based on this, your client define, okay, this particular area our revenue is good, and this particular area our revenue is very bad. But why we are getting the bad revenue, why we are getting the less revenue? So it depends on these things: order estimated delivery, order delivered customer date. So these things, less revenue depends on these things. Why the owner, why your clients getting a less revenue? Okay, so whenever you are doing the analysis, whenever you are doing the feature engineering, make sure you can remember these things so that you can provide best solution to your client, whatever the client that you have. Okay, now as you can see, we have some of the unnecessary columns. So again, I'm writing these things. Remove the columns which don't have the impact on our data: order delivery courier date, shipping limit date, geolocate, latitude and longitude, order item ID, product ID, seller ID, because seller ID is not impact if we have a seller number. Okay, geolocation. Okay, so these are the things that we are going to remove. These are the unnecessary column that we have. Okay, after removing the unnecessary column, after treating the missing value, whatever the missing data that we have, after treating the missing data, after handling and removing the unnecessary columns, unnecessary data, then we can start work on the feature engineering part. Okay, I hope till here everyone got it right. Everyone, please confirm in the chat if anyone have any doubt till here. Anyone? Yes or no? Please confirm in the chat. So that we can continue next. How to decide, sir, whether the columns is unnecessary or not? See, so I already told you, first it comes after observation. What you want to solve, what goals you want to achieve. Based on this, you can decide, okay, this column is important or not. You cannot decide finally. Later, you can use whatever the columns that we have right now. Here you can see that right now these columns that we have, and we have already dropped some of the columns here. Some of the columns we have already dropped. Let me show you here. Here. So whatever the goals you want to achieve, based on this, first you can decide, and later part again we have a method which columns is important for this particular project and whatever we want to solve using a feature selection. We can do. Okay, we'll show you later part as well. Don't worry. Okay, Harish. Okay, now the feature engineering part. After completing these things, feature, not engineering. Okay, so first what I'm going to do, first I am just importing the date time here. From date time, import date time, and then I'm just checking the order estimated delivery date. So as you can see right now, it's available under the year, month and date format. Year, month, and date format. Okay. After that, I'm just plotting the histogram. So as you can see, I'm just plotting the histogram where on order status. On our order status. So let me copy this data so that I will show you in the better manner. Order status that we have here. Dot unique. As you can see, we have a delivered, shipped, cancelled, processing, invoice, unavailable, approved. So delivered, it means order is already delivered. Shipped, it's shipped by the whatever the member's delivery partner that we have. So it's shipped. Product is shipped by the delivery partner. Cancelled, okay, this product is cancelled by the users or by the customers. It depends. If the product is not available, it means it's cancelled by the product owner. Okay. If the product is cancelled by the member, it means people and our customers are not interested in this product. Same thing happens with me as well, even you as well. Sometimes, let's say if you have ordered something on Flipkart, Myntra, or Amazon, anywhere. Okay. Let's say those products are available right now. Okay. You order today and after 1 hour, you got some better product. Some better product you will get in better price. So what you can do in this case? You can definitely cancel the previous one and then you can order again the new product, whatever the better product you are getting, right? So this default comes by the user. This default come by the user or customer. But let's say if those products are not available, today is available, but tomorrow the same product is not available. Okay. So if those product are cancelled, then it will be cancelled by the product owner, not by the customer. Okay. So it's happened in the two way, by the customer or by the product owner. Processing, it means it's under process. Invoice, it means payment is already completed. Unavailable, product is not available. Or approved, it means this product is approved by the product owner. Okay. Now our delivery partner can ship this project and then they can deliver to our customer, whatever the customer that we have. Okay. So these are the things that we have here. Now I'm going to plot a histogram here. So as you can see, we have a approx 90% product is delivered successfully. Some of the portion like 10 or 5, you can assume 5 out of 10 out of 100 product is shipped. 1 or 2 product is cancelled. Here you can see the little bit graph that we have, right? Little bit graph. So some of the product is cancelled, shipped. 2 or 3 out of 100. Some of the product is processing, invoiced, and 0 that we have is unavailable and approved. Okay, but 90% product is delivered to customer, successfully delivered to the customer. Okay, based on this graph, we can say to our client, whatever the client that we have. Okay, because this assumption is important, guys. Whenever you can explain someone this project, this assumption is important. As a data analyst or as a data scientist, this assumption you can think first and then you can explain to your users, whatever the customer that you have, then you can explain each and everything in a better manner. Okay, now proceed next. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to plot a box plot on the price. Here two things happen. Let me take my pen, guys, so that I can explain in the better way. Let me open my Epic pen here. Yes, I have a Epic pen. Okay, let's say we have a 2 product or we have a 3 product, A, B, and C. 3 product that we have. The first product price is 50. Second product price is 55. And the third product price is 150. It's so far to this one, 50, 55, and this is the 150. It's so far to our previous product, whatever the product that we have. Price wise, it's a price. or it's a product. It depends. Let's say if we are going to buy some of the branded product, okay, definitely it will be cost more. Whatever the product that we have, local product. Okay, so you can assume like this one, guys. Okay, in our shop, whatever the seller that we have, in our seller product, some of the product price is less or in between. In between in the sense like 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, like this one. But let's say if those products are branded, then definitely the product price is high, like 5,000, 6,000. It's a far away from the 200, 300, right? So as you can see, it's visible in our graph, whatever the graph that we have, whatever the box plot that we have, box plot graph that we have. Okay, these are the some of the product that we have. It's a branded product. That's why the product price that we have is a very high. Even you can use a scatter plot here as well to check it out. Okay, what are the outliers that we have? Yeah, it's definitely it's an outlier, because if we have a big market, okay, if I am a owner of big market, okay, and mainly in our shop, in my shop, I have a 95% local, I can say a local product, whatever the local product I am selling. So 95% local product that I have in my shop, but some of the branded product that I have, keep it in my shop so that more people will come. If they want local product, we'll sell the local product. If they want a branded product, we will sell the branded product. But out of 100, only 3 and 4% comes, they want only branded product, right? And 90% or 95% person needs local product. That's why we are keeping both. Let's keep local product as well as a branded products. Only few of the branded product, but we can sell the branded product as well. Okay, that's why we have some outliers because of the price. Local product price we have a less, branded product price that we have a very high. Okay, now the next, I'm just defining the figure size. In the box plot, I'm defining the X and Y review score, price, and whatever the data that we are using. You can define the data, whatever the data that you have, data name that you have, you can define here. So now, as you can see, people are writing. Let's define first one, this one. For this one, 5 review we are getting in our branded product, whatever the branded product that we have, even in the local product. Okay, but as you can see, if we have a branded product and the price is the 7,000, 6,000, more than 5,000, we are getting we sell some of the product. That's why we have a very less review here, 5 review, 4 review, whatever the review that we have. Okay, so it's based on the price. If you have a below 300, we are getting the 1 review, 200, 2 review, 3 review, 4 review, 5 review. Depends on the product, whatever the product that we have, and whatever the quality we are providing in a product quality. So based on this, we are getting the review. Some of the review, definitely we have outliers, so we can handle it later. After that, I'm going to plot a correlation. So as you can see, the review correlation, review between the review 1, between the sequential minus that we have. Okay, so these are the assumption that we have. Okay, after that, again I'm defining the filtered data under the correlation, defining the 0.5%, whatever the correlation that we are getting. So based on this, we are defining greater than equal to 0.5, then correlation less than equal to minus 0.5. It means in between the 0.5 to 0.5, not a 0.5, 0.5. Okay, and then we are defining here whatever the data that we have in between, it's stored like this one, else it's a NaN data. Okay, so whatever we are defining here, it's a condition. Based on this condition, we are getting this value, this value, this value, and if those conditions are not available in this part, we are getting the NaN value, NaN data. Okay, based on this condition, we are getting this output. Okay, fine. Now What next, guys? This is for basics. We can say the feature engineering, whatever we have done, the like outliers and all. But what about next? Because these things are common, right? Now, what we can do? We have two options. Okay, we have two options. First, what we can do? Let's work on the first this part. Year, month, and date. Three data that we have: year, month, and date. So let's take some of the code part here. Okay, fine, done. Because I have already, so or let's import this one, or later I can show you. No issue, fine. Let's keep it up here. Okay, so we have a order estimated delivery date in the form of year, month, and date. Now let's change this into the date time format. Okay, so for this, what we can do, let me copy this cell from here. Date. Okay, I'm using the order estimated delivery date. I'm going to change into the date time format. So for this, what we can do, we can define pd dot to date time format, and then I can keep it as data, whatever the data that we have. Okay, and now let's run this cell. After that, what I can do now, the next thing that we have, this one, we have a delivery. Let's first of all try to run our data file again here. Data dot head. Now, as you can see, we have a first one is a order estimated. So let me find the order estimated. This one, order estimated delivery date. Okay. Now, next, let me find out the order. Is any order date that we have, or no, it's not visible. All the columns here, as you can see here. So let's plot the columns. Data dot columns. Now we have a order. Let me find out here. First, order delivery. Now let me check the day if we are getting the any day columns. Order, we are getting this one. Order payment. No, day columns we did not have in our order taken by the data. Okay, so what I can do, let me write it down. Day. Okay, date column we did not have. So, okay, now it's here. Here. Okay, so date taken by the order, like in which date our customer have delivered those data. Okay, so this column is not available, so no issue, we can find out later. Now what we can do, let's try to check this data again. Data dot head, or let's check this one. Let's remove this one. Date format. As you can see, this format is not available. Now it's gone after using the date time function. Okay. Now what we can do, let's try to do something else in the sense, let's try to plot a graph, bar graph. So let's import first of all Shivan, import Shivan as SNS. I'm going to plot a bar graph on review score. Okay, so for this, what we can do, SNS dot bar plot. After that, whatever the data that we have, so which data I'm going to take here, review score. Okay, review score I'm going to take on which basis? So I'm going to take on the basis of day taken data, day taken delivery data. Okay, and then I can define data is equal to data. Okay, so could not interrupt input. Okay, this date is not available. So what I can do, estimated delivery date. No, it's not depends on the review. Review is not depends on the like order estimated date or delivery date, payment type, payment installments. Let me find out here if anything is important for us. Order status. Yeah, it depends on the order status as well as order estimated delivery date as well. So let me plot it and check it out if we will get some output on here or not. I hope I will not get any output. Okay, now I'm getting the output. So as you can see here, we have an output in the form of delivery, this date, shipped, this cancelled, this one processing, invoice, unavailable, and approved. Okay, you can change the X and Y, whatever you want. Okay, you can change the value as well. Okay, so right now it's in like, let me change it. Depends on your order status, whatever the data that we have. So it will be clearly visual order status. I hope now it will be work on X and Y format. Yeah, now it work in a X and Y format, but the name is not visual good. So that's why let's keep it same so that it will be visible clearly. Okay, now as you can see, now it's visible clearly. Okay, so let's check it with this one as well. So let me copy this cell from here because I'm not getting like better output here on this visualization. Okay, so that's why I'm checking this one, because at the end, if your clients are getting some of the benefit for your analysis, then it's fine, else no use for the visualization. Okay, again, will not get any types of like what I can see, better analysis. But for this one, let me check it out something else, guys. We'll show you the graph as well. In our columns, whatever the data, main data name that we have, where I have shared somewhere here, I have kept it, this data. So let me find out, we are getting some data like better data, order status, purchase, order approved, delivery. No, I'm not getting a review, product, day column. I'm not getting the day column here. If we will get a day column, then we can define it. Yes, no issue. Let me check our graph again. Yeah, so again, we are not getting any output from this graph, guys. Okay. This is unnecessary graph again here. Okay, fine, no issue. Let's keep it same and let's proceed next one. Okay, so now as you can see, we have this visualization. These are the outliers that we have. So what we can do, we can remove these outliers, whatever the outliers that we have based on this observation, whatever the observation that we have. Okay, so I hope now it's clear to everyone, handle the missing data, whatever the analysis, how we can think on the data. Based on those data, we can do the analysis. Based on those data, we can do the analysis, we can do the visualization, so that at the end, our client will get some of the benefit from our analysis. Right, everyone? Yes, no, please confirm. Yes, no. Please confirm, everyone, yes or no. It's clear to everyone? Yes, okay, okay, fine, guys. So in the next step, what we can do, as you can see here, data dot head. Here we have a lots of categorical data in our data set. Order status, payment type, and many more that we have, seller city, seller state. These are the categorical data that we have. Okay, so first we can handle this categorical data. So right now I'm using the label encoding technique. I hope we all know what label encoding do. Okay, so let's import first of all the label encoding. So from sklearn dot pre-processing, or shall we provide you this task guide? So first you can do it by yourself, and after that I can discuss. Yes, Rahul, you can do the different plot and then you can check it out. Mainly I'm not going on the visualization part, okay, because these are the things like lots of people know. Mainly I will try to cover the class part, how to be, after model building, how to do the end-to-end project. This is the main point that we have, whatever we have mentioned, end-to-end industry level project. So these things people know. Okay, that's why I'm not going in the depth on the visualization part and all. Okay, I'm just providing the main part. Okay, whatever the required that we have for this project. So let's complete this one only. Okay, and after that we can do the modular coding and all. Okay, okay, so shall we provide you a task to handle a categorical data, guys, or shall I cover here like in a today class? Shall I provide you a task or shall we cover here, guys? Please confirm. Do the like assignments, guys. This is your assignment, so just try to do it. Okay, because at the end you can do it by something, you can do it by yourself. I will discuss, but later. Okay, I'm doing this thing so that you will get an experience. But how you will get an experience? After doing a hands-on projects. Okay, so just do that to your hand. Later part I will discuss. Okay, so whatever the only one task, two tasks. First task, handle categorical data. Second, model building. Two tasks, guys. Okay, everyone. Make sure you can come up with better accuracy. More than 80%. I'm just expecting more than 80%, not a 90 and 100%. Only more than 80%. More than 80%. Okay, everyone. Make sure you will get a accuracy more than 80%. Okay, everyone. Okay, fine, guys. So just complete it, and from next class we'll complete this one model building, and in a next class, same day, I will start working on Flask UI part. Same day we'll start UI as well. Most probably Sunday or Monday, because Sunday and like Saturday and Sunday I'm taking a class in iNeuron as well. Okay, so we'll try on Sunday, else Monday definitely we can start. Okay, so yeah, this is your task. Just try to complete it and come up, send me on my email. Okay, the same task. After completing this, just send me on my email, guys. Okay, fine, guys. So that's all about the today's session. Okay, let's see you in the next class. On from Monday onwards, I'm going to change the class timing. So most probably I will take on class on 7 p.m. IST. Okay, everyone. So that I will cover till 9 till 8:30. So that we can complete this project as soon as possible. Okay, so that same project, because I have to cover lots of things, guys. First, modular coding, logging, database path, Docker, okay, and little bit DVC concept. I'm not going much depth in a DVC. Little bit I will cover a DVC concepts. Okay, but yeah, till Dockerization, I will try to cover it. Even with modular coding. Whatever I am telling you, definitely we can cover. Okay. Okay, fine, guys. So yeah, let's see you in the next class, and please like this video and share in your WhatsApp group, Telegram group, guys. Okay. Yes, next class on Monday from 7 p.m. onwards. Yes. Please, guys, do like this video, subscribe and share with your friends, whatever the like data science group you have joined on Telegram and WhatsApp. And even if possible, please share on your LinkedIn as well, guys. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye. Let's see you in the next class on Monday.